Hey, welcome back. So I did a video a while back and I got 100,000 hits, so I really appreciate that. On a DIY project I did that down in this basement, and I just want to recap a couple quick things and show you what I've done as far as upgrading. So just starting from the beginning, again, this is no longer in production, but this is the Epson 1040. If you could find it, great. Uh, actually, let me correct myself there. It actually is on the internet at a cheap price. So take a look at that. It's got 3,500 lumens, I believe. It's the Epson 1040. It's a 1080p LED projector. It's not 3D or anything like that, but this really does the job. All right, so a couple quick things I've done with the place since. I've painted the walls a darker, like bluish gray. Got a new rug off of Amazon, which is pretty sweet. All right, so let's check out some of the updates. This is the Onkyo TX-NR656. You could get this at a really good deal too if you look around for it. It's got Dolby Atmos, DTSX, 4K, all that stuff. It's really worth the money. As far as sound is concerned, I have, as far as speakers, I have Klipsch, the RP-150s or the R150s as my front speakers. These are really nice. There you go. I'm not going to go into the specs or anything. You can look that up if you'd like. And there's the other one over there. As far as the channel center speaker is concerned, I have the Klipsch 440C. This is obviously the most important speaker that you're going to need in your setup, so this really does the job, and then some. I had to put a couple pieces of wood under it to angle the speaker so it's firing up a little bit instead of, basically across the floor, because I wanted to have the most accurate sound coming out of that. Got a Klipsch 10-inch sub. And as far as rear speakers, I have the R14Ms. You can find these really cheap on Amazon. These are perfect for rear and center speakers. Now I will be installing Atmos speakers shortly. I'm on the fence whether or not to get upfiring or some budget ceiling ones that I'm going to install, but I think I'm going to go with the ceiling. Again, now as far as the movie screen is concerned, I know a lot of people asked me this in my last video, so I'll explain it again. I used a paint called Behr, B-E-H-R, and the color is called Silver Screen. Now, Silver Screen will work just fine, but I just went back and had him add a couple more drops of black just to darken it, just a tad. That's it. And it works great. Also, when I went on Amazon, they sell this screen. It's like a felt border, because I didn't want to apply wood to the wall for the bordering, for a bunch of reasons for this particular house anyway. What else? Added some, these are some real film reels. That's always great. Don't go to the store and buy those ones that are molded together that they charge like 50 bucks for. Look around on Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, vintage stores and stuff. Get the real ones. Also, these are Philips Hue bulbs connected to my Amazon Echo. And yes, I can change the colors. Alexa, change the basement lights to yellow. So there you go. And it looks really good. Alexa, change the basement lights to purple. So here you have it. Also, I had recently gotten a Sony XR80 4K Blu-ray player. Now that's the older model. The newer model is the X800. Get the X80, and I'm going to tell you why. The X800 is the same exact model as the X80, and it's more money. And the difference is that the X80 comes with a high-speed HDMI cable. The X800 doesn't, and it's more money. Go figure. So I guess the big question is, you know, I have a 4K player here going into a 1080 projector. Well, the picture is not drastically better, but there have been some noticeable changes. Hey, there's the cat. Gabby. Psst, psst. The noticeable changes are the whites and the darks. And more importantly, the Atmos sound. The sound is fantastic since I have been using this, and I love every bit of it. Picture-wise, also, it does look better. I'm not going to go out right now and drop, well, honestly, I just can't afford to drop $1,500 on a movie projector, so I'm just going to stick with what I got. The room dimensions are 16 by, I'm going to say, 14. The screen is, I believe it's 130 inches, give or take. Probably like 132. So this is Mission Impossible Fallout. And the movie is in 2.35 aspect ratio, but in scenes like this, it turns into the 16 by 9. And I got to tell you, again, this is just a Blu-ray. This isn't a 4K movie, but this thing looks great. So I'm going to just play the sound for just a second, so you get an idea here with the lights out. And if I was sitting down facing it, this is what I'm looking at. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Throw me some likes, subscribe. Any questions, just give me a call. Give me a call. Throw some comments down if you have any questions. And that's it. So this is where we're at. And I guess my question to you guys is, do I go with the up-firing? I'm thinking ceiling speakers. I'm going to apply like right about, I'm going to say 2 feet from the screen. And actually, I bought them, but I'm on the fence as to whether or not I'm going to keep them. These are the Miccas, which the first pair I bought were actually busted, and I had to send them back. So I'm kind of on the fence. So if you could help me out with that, I would appreciate it. I'm going to use those for the Atmos up front firing speakers. Or maybe I'll use them as rears. I really don't know. But anyway, again, thanks for watching. And thanks for your support. Take care.